Alright, friends. I need a break from Doom Odyssey. Boy, is that one not fantastic to play. I've fallen behind on how far ahead I was in my upload schedule to the point that, this was recorded about 3 hours before I uploaded it. I used to be like 2 weeks ahead, man, but now I'm falling behind because I don't want to play Doom Odyssey. So, I wanted to do another revisit. I saw this suggested actually a few times, I think. Equinox. The Dean of Doom for Equinox. I'm really excited for this. I watched this as I played through it, but that was like a month ago, and I can't remember what I ate yesterday, so I probably forgot a lot of what's in this video. That being said, the usual, Mount Payne has given me consent to do this. If you've not seen the original somehow, turn this off, go give the man your first view, come back, we'll watch this together. Alright. Equinox, and my break from Doom Odyssey begins.
Hello there, I'm Mount Payne 27, and this is Dean of Doom.
He sounds less like a surfer.
A show where we give grades to classic and contemporary Doom mods. Why? Because ranking things is fun.
Sure is.
After last week, I just wasn't ready to be done with aliens in outer space.
Oh, right. This was before, This was after Ancient Aliens.
So today's episode will be dedicated to Equinox, a map set created in 2001 by BPRD. I've
Bitbird?
gone through Doom World's 100 Most Memorable Maps article, which is always a great source of ideas for what to play next. Outside of Equinox, BPRD is best known for 3 levels: the CAC Award-winning Grove,
Yeah.
Unity Chest 2's The Mucus Flow,
Yeah.
and Nuts.wad.
Yo, shout out to Led Zeppelin.
Equinox is
Yep.
BPRD's largest and most sustained work, complete with custom textures, sound effects, animations, and mostly original music, which make Equinox
Mostly?
a distinct experience.
Wait, what's this mostly talk? Most of it was stolen!
Not always for the right reasons. Oddly enough, these levels don't have names, so I'll be making up names for them as I go along. Take them or leave them. This is definitely the weirdest WAD I've reviewed for this show, but I'm excited to get into more obscure ones like it, and I plan to mix these types of reviews in with the blockbusters and commercial releases as this show continues to trundle merrily along. And before we dive in, here's how the show works. We give each level on the WAD 2 grades. One for
He mostly just reviews kind of 32 megawatts, doesn't he? Actually, now that I think about it.
Difficulty from X.
Season 1 had a lot of, like, Season 1 had, like, Thy Flesh Consumed. That was, like, 11 minutes. And then it had Vanguard. That was, like, 13 minutes or something. I don't remember how long that was. But now he kind of just reviews only megawatts, doesn't he?
X for Extreme, E for Easy, and A through D.
I think.
A grade A level is fun, memorable, visually distinct.
I guess at the start of Season 2, he reviewed Heartland. No Rest for the Living was in there. Yeah, he's kind of... Well, I say 32 map. He reviewed Augur Zenith. Lost Civilization. I guess primarily, like, longer WADs. Interesting.
Creative and a fair challenge. Lower grades indicate the level lacks some or all of these qualities. Bear in mind that I'm not a great Doom player, and these reviews reflect only my opinions.
Oh, just you wait!
Difficulty and great map design will surely differ. Disagreeing is part of the fun, after all. At the end of the day, this show is about spreading...
I disagree. I don't think it's fun at all.
joy of Doom.
Take that!
For the newbies in the audience, here are the rules. 1. We play on ultraviolence. 2. We play each level from a pistol start. 3. In order to review the WAD, I must have played it at least twice.
You know, I just realized that, Alien Vendetta, those difficulties are not... That's not ultraviolence. Whoops.
Saves are allowed, but discouraged.
So my thumbnail is not, my thumbnails for those aren't exactly accurate.
Exceptions in cases where it's just not worth it. I play on Z-Doom with compatibility settings on strict. Now, to the WAD. Map 1. Entryway. Don't be wowed by the view. Take a left and head down the stairs to find Equinox's first secret. This trail of footprints by the rowboat leads right into a cliffside supply cache. Off to a good start, Equinox. This might be the only WAD I've played that makes the pistol feel like a viable weapon. It's all in the meaty sound. The shotgun's also got
It makes it feel like it. Boy, it sure isn't.
punch to it.
I like the shotgun sound.
Map 1 introduces BPRD's custom textures and fondness for grand architecture and high ceilings. You'll be seeing a lot of silver in this WAD, and these planets that replace some of the torches are pretty cool. You'll need to hit 2 keypads to open the exit. I found a minor oversight by the second one. If you fall in this gap, there's no way out except by egg clipping. This is one of the only levels in the WAD where you can get away with wasting your ammo. Enjoy it.
Unfortunately.
This level. It looks good and plays nice. Grade B+, difficulty D-. Map 2, Hub 1. You'll encounter 4 hub levels in Equinox. In each, there will be a weapon in the starting room, an obligatory secret by the impaled zombie man.
For some reason.
Rooms with teleporters that each take you to a pair of differently themed maps. The first teleporter takes you to the ones labeled Genome Labs. Hub number 1 is really easy and hardly big enough to call itself a level. Grade D, difficulty
D? What? What do you mean D? Here's the thing. I'm so tempted to call this out because it does what it's meant to do perfectly. So that's why I don't think it's a D. But if you ask me for other reasons why I think it shouldn't be a D, I cannot justify anything. I don't know. I feel like D's too low. That's just me.
Map 3, the Canyon. Forget everything you know about playing Doom and start learning right now how to play BPRD's way. Rule number 1, infight whenever possible. Seriously, unless it's a group of hit scanners, take your finger off the trigger and try to make them kill each other. Rule number 2, use the chainsaw whenever possible. I don't think I've ever seen a level designer respect the chainsaw more than BPRD. Rule number 3, don't shoot till you can see the whites of their eyes. Wasting shots is a cardinal sin from now on. Visually, Map 3 is a decent mix of outdoor and tech-based elements. This hallway reminds me of the opening scene from Toy Story 2.
I need to watch this movie again. This is a really good movie. Childhood classic of mine. Run, Tim Allen, run!
Yes,
Well, that's some home improvement.
This wad is going to get nasty soon. Something people don't mention as much when they talk about Equinox's epic scale is how that translates to very long wait times for lifts. I skipped the Megasphere secret because I didn't want to wait another 2 minutes to get back to the exit. That's how long it takes to move through this level.
I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like that's only exclusive to this map. Map 4 has some long lifts, but I don't really remember any other lifts taking this long, you know?
What I unabashedly love about Equinox is its chain gun replacement. It looks and sounds great, and I have to admit I enjoy using it more than the original chain gun.
Yeah, I like the chain gun.
For that alone, Map 3 gets a B with a difficulty of C+.
Well, the chain gun isn't in Map 3. It's not exclusive to Map 3. This can get a B, but Hub 1 gets a D. Okay.
Map 4, the Genome Labs. The first time I played this map, it stopped me in my tracks. I ran out of ammo, and I was playing single segment. But Mount Pain, you ask? How could you run out of ammo when there's a literal army of hit scanners in the first room? Well, past a certain point, you can't backtrack. But even if you could, all those shotguns and clips still wouldn't suffice. I kid you not.
Oh, they would.
Placed 28 shotgun shells and 4 bullet boxes in his entire level. And that's it. The rest of your ammo must be acquired from dead bodies and rationed religiously. And let me tell you, the opening room does not make that easy, because the hit scanners and arachnotrons are relentless. This room with the 5 buttons requires you to know that hitting the rightmost one opens a secret rocket launcher and megasphere, which you'll absolutely need. And in that same
Which I locked myself out of.
Chainsaw, which you'll lean on excessively, especially after the cyber demon fight. Oh yeah, genetic test subject number 293895 is a cyber demon sitting in the pit. He's a bullet sponge, and BPRD mocks you with a partial invisibility right before the lift that takes you up to him. Maybe it decreases the likelihood of him splattering you right as you reach the top, but it makes the ensuing fight much...
It doesn't reduce Dick, because all he does is Call of Duty camp the elevator. That's not a fun cyber demon, and I still stand by that. That is a ridiculous placement.
The 70s era Star Wars-y music doesn't loop properly in this level.
Unfortunately.
It cuts out for like 3 minutes when it's done playing and comes back.
Which led to me kind of just putting it on YouTube myself.
It's undoubtedly the hardest in the WOD so far. You'll be lucky to have more ammo than I do here, and you'll have to pray for good infighting and find a spot to chainsaw some meat. Look at this. I made it out with 3% health and 45 rounds of ammunition. My reward? This horrific sound, followed by an explosion that definitely kills me. Map 4 is an endurance test.
Not fond of the sound.
100% in a WOD full of hard maps to 100%. Grade C+, difficulty B+. Map 5, Hub 2. This hub level is a bit tougher than the first. The chain gun and chain gunners at the start should tip you off, and you might notice some cracks starting to show.
Where?
Don't be alarmed. Yet, practice the infighting rule as much as possible and you'll be fine. Next, it's off to the storage facility. Grade D, difficulty D-.
Alright, if you gave it higher than a D, I was gonna scream. At least you're keeping it consistent.
6, storage facility. One of Equinox's easier and more forgettable levels, Map 6 seems to inundate you with shells at the start compared to Genome Labs, but it's a trick. Keep chainsawing and infighting and you'll be sure to have enough ammo for the ending, which is frankly a pain in the ass. You take this huge huge spiraling...
I forgot how awesome the music was in this one.
Pinkies and imps to the top of the hill. Mancubi, imps, and pain elementals await you. I try to get the pinkies to kill everything else on the spiral path.
This was kind of a pain in the sack.
I use my ammo on the Mancubi, but the process takes like 5 or 10 minutes, and it sucks the fun out of things. If you think I'm full of it, then blow your ammo and see what happens with these 3 barons. Why, BPRD? Just why? Grade C-, difficulty C. Map 7, The Warehouse. Easily the biggest map so far in terms of square footage and monster count, Map 7 takes 15 to 20 times longer to complete than Dead Simple, mainly because most of the killing here will be done by other demons. I say will, because even if you're intentionally ignoring my advice about infighting, the second half of the map is engineered to start a demonic race war, with different monster varieties placed on top of each other in wide open...
I like this ending, it was good.
The supersized crate maze at the end is definitely the main attraction here. BPRD does a good job of lighting this room. Jumping from roof to roof makes me feel a bit like Batman in Gotham City. Some of the enemies are so...
Is that the one with Spider-Man?
Barely hit them, but odds are you'll have the ammo to snipe them if you weren't joining the fireworks downstairs. The rest of the level is a little slow, but not unduly challenging so long as you infight, chainsaw, and berserk sufficiently. Though it's excessively long, I think this map succeeds at what it's trying to do better than a lot of Equinox. Grade B, difficulty B-. Map 8, Hub 3. So this time you start off with a plasma rifle, and the hub is starting to really look worse for wear. You'll be dealing with pinkies and an unpleasant combo of Doom 2 monsters that can eat your ammo in a hurry. As a mini-combat puzzle and atmosphere builder, I actually like this map. Grade C.
It's the same! It's the same! It's literally the fucking same! My ass, it's a fucking C! They all should be a C! They all should be a C+!
Difficulty D+. Map 9, The Hangar.
Oh, hell yeah!
In case you
Oh, the song.
that Equinox is made by the guy who did Nuts, here's the opening site of Map 9. Even though you don't even have to pull the trigger until it comes time to clean up the stragglers, I really like this fight. After the dust settles, you'll make your way through the complex. You're never flush with ammo, but you're always well supplied enough to defend yourself. Blasting your way through these dark halls to the second big door switch is cinematic and atmospheric, and the second, even bigger horde in front of the radio tower is pretty breathtaking. Again, they'll all massacre each other without your help, but you can dispose of the rest with the help of this secret bulk cell and invulnerability. For BPRD, this level is really generous, and even shows signs of compassion for the player. This cinematic alien spacecraft...
I love this map, dude. This map is awesome.
This map's in the set. Grade A-, difficulty...
Big fan.
Map 10, The Mothership.
Also
this
awesome.
Map comes out of nowhere. A skin-crawling survival horror level set on a desolate alien spacecraft. It's just you, your plasma rifle, and 52 archviles. The Mothership conjures an atmosphere comparable to Ridley Scott's Alien.
This is a song from Daggerfall, I think, if I remember right. I didn't play Daggerfall, but...
I can't get the quote from Aliens out of
I was an Oblivion guy.
my head.
Remember short, controlled bursts.
Listen to me.
I have not seen that movie.
7 counts. Every bullet, too. I don't think I've ever pistoled an archvile to death before playing this level, but desperate times call for desperate measures. For the most part, this map's layout and detailing are ingenious, and the fights placed such that they punctuate long, tense silences perfectly. That said, I hate this unavoidable pit where you have to either tank a hit or pray for a stun, and this section, where you're forced to peekaboo shoot about 8 of them, it goes from tense to tedious pretty quickly. The final fight is ridiculous. 14 archviles will teleport in at once, so hope they don't block your invulnerability and root for auto-aim to be on your side, or your BFG tracers will sail harmlessly over their heads.
Or lack thereof, you're not firing at them, brother! There's nothing to fly over their heads, because you're not firing!
I wouldn't recommend
Now, I don't think that was gonna help there anyway, but...
saving this map for that reason, because this fight is completely in the hands of RNGesus. Despite its flaws, Equinox Map 10 is right up there with Plutonia 1 and 2's archvile-only levels. Its dread-soaked ambiance arguably elevating it above them both. I don't know how this didn't make Doom World's 100 most memorable maps. It's a doozy. Grade A.
It's a really good one. I liked it. It's a case of ammo famine where I'm not gonna talk shit about it.
Map 11, Hub Omega. A BFG in the first room always portends something awful, so grit your teeth and get ready for trouble. Map 11 finds the hub a complete wreck, and with all the teleporters out of
I like that name, by the way. Hub Omega.
you'll have
Big
to
fan.
escape through this ominous gaping hole in the wall. I admit, I'm not partial to the combat in this level. It's mostly dark, narrow hallways getting backed in corners by Revenants, Barons, and Hell Knights, and the added aggravation of this MIDI is not welcome at all.
Oh, I love this, though. What? Bro, I'm a big fan. What?
It does end on a high note, though, with the cheesable spider mastermind and this cathartic crop of BFG fodder in front of the exit portal. This is the last level in Equinox that I will complete with 100% kills. Grade C+.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering, when I was doing map 13, how he got 100% kills. Because that's, like, ridiculous. I guess he didn't. Alright, I feel less bad now. Oh, yeah?
I was gonna give this
This map didn't get a name.
grade C+, difficulty B. Map 12. I was gonna give this map a name, but I decided not to, because the only good one I could think of was Equinox, owing to it being the most mean-spirited, dull, broken, and actively fun-hating level in the WoD. It opens on a hot start.
Yeah, I don't like
makes
this
you
level.
tightrope walk between two pits that might as well be inescapable. Get to the other side and you'll find an archvile guarding most of the level's weapons, which you won't find much ammo for, believe me. Not even the chainsaw will help you here. There's a section where you'll have to run through lava and pick up stim packs to survive, and no,
Space lava.
you can't use the secret invulnerability here because the teleporter that drops you in the lava is on an intentionally delayed lift. First-timers to map 12 will love this crusher puzzle section in which you have to drop in, kill a bunch of monsters quickly, and hit 2 random buttons to open a door that saves you from being pancaked. Or you can let the crusher kill them and then jump down. Either way, it's stupid. Then you have to kill 3 archviles with nothing but a switch the size of a t-shirt tag for cover, which is actually harder than it sounds. Just getting up there can be a challenge in itself because the platform they're standing on isn't tall enough to hide your head.
I mean, I think I did die to that a few times. I don't think it's that difficult.
After that fun shit is over, you'll...
Old Dean of Doom was more colorful. Was more colorful with, like, being frustrated. I forgot he said that. This wasn't that... Maybe I got lucky. I don't know. I tend to get lucky in a lot of my fights. But, this wasn't... I don't think this was super tough. It's tough, but not, like, as stressful as it looks.
T-shirt tag for cover, which is actually harder than it sounds. Just getting up there can be a challenge in itself because the platform they're standing on isn't tall enough to hide your head.
I think that's a bad design as well. I think it should be tall enough to hide your head.
After that fun shit is over, you'll like...
I forgot he said it again, dude. It snuck up on me again.
Virtually no ammo. Just in time for an icon of sin, who sounds like this.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm not fond of it.
It's for you to run past these idiots right into the exit teleporter before the landmass rises. Don't even try to 100% it. Out of all the maps I've reviewed for this show to date, this is my least favorite. Grade F. Difficulty A. Map 13, Equinox. I can't imagine a more fitting conclusion to this map set. Map 13 is impressive, daunting, inaccessible, and cruel. It's a remixed, revamped Map 1 until you hit this button and drop into the centerpiece of the entire WoD. A massive, dark cavern with an alien megastructure at its center. The tower is topped with 4 spider masterminds, there are 24 cyber demon sentries at the bottom of the cavern who will continuously bombard you, and hundreds of Mancubi, imps, and Hell Knights who will constantly spew projectiles and are essentially unreachable. It is absolutely impossible to get 100% kills here. Your objective is to blow the place to smithereens, so grab the red keycard from the top half of this marine and find 4 switches, which will grant you access to the top floor of the alien tower. The obstacles in your way are predictably insane: a labyrinth that times your progress with a crusher, a strange command module that makes you pick the right teleporter.
I like this map a lot.
Warped somewhere very inconvenient, and this tunnel of super lava full of pinkies, specters,
This kind of
and
sucks,
files
but
you'll need to traverse before your invincibility runs out. Oh, and then you have to jump back in to teleport to safety. The final battle, an ear-splitting duel with some Arachnotrons and Revenants, is also I applaud this map for its vision and ambition, but I stand baffled by its hostility and wish it were just a little less dark so I could tell whether it was an imp
I agree.
or 4 shotgun shells that I'm bumping
I
into.
wish it was brighter. I wish you had the ability to get 100% kills, because when you play Doom, you play it to kill stuff, right?
Grade B, difficulty A. And if you're going for 100% kills, the difficulty is X++. So, Equinox is an experience that you may not want to have after watching this episode, but it's inarguably distinctive, and it proudly rejects most Doom 2 mapping conventions with often impressive and always intriguing results. BPRD is more artist than level designer, and while some may label him a troll for his insistent antagonism and inscrutability, I choose to regard him as a sort of mad genius. I don't really enjoy playing Equinox as much as I respect and puzzle over it. My final grade is a C+.
Which I believe got upgraded to a B+, I think?
Difficulty is very hard to measure in this one, especially as a complete set, but I honestly have a pretty hard time with most of it.
B?
I'll give it a B.
Oh,
Best-
I just guessed. Okay. Yeah, Equinox is, play map 9. Map 9 was good.
I can describe
Play map 13. That was also good. That's about it, really.
is it's like Sigil, but much meaner and much more stingy with ammo.
I don't think it's anything like Sigil. From what I've seen of Sigil and played, I played a little bit of it. I don't think it's anything like Sigil.
Now for my Dean's List. Valedictorian, Map 10. Salutatorian, Map 9.
Okay, that's fair.
Class President, Map 13.
The really big one, I never noticed that.
And the dunce cap goes to...
Map 4.
Map 12.
Alright.
Thank
That's
you
fair,
very
actually.
much for watching.
I forgot Map 12 existed.
And please feel free to share your thoughts on the WAD in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. This is Mount Pain 27, and I'll see you in the next episode of Dean of Doom.
Hell yeah, brother. Dude, that was a great reaction video. I forget who suggested that, but thank you very much, actually. That was a fun one to react to. Alright, that ends my break for, that ends my break from Doom Odyssey. Fuck. Alright. Peace, boys. Back to it.